Hello everyone, Absent Friend here, and today we're coming at you with another advanced guide for Disney Villainous. Today we'll be looking at Ratigan. So grab your cheese, let's head on to the game table and check it out. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell to be alerted when new episodes are available. Hit it! And here we are at the game table with Ratigan. Okay, so with Ratigan, remember he has the two goals. He's either in his normal mode or, as I call it, his rage mode. So, my first tip for advanced strategy is get him in rage mode as fast as possible. Get that queen, get that robot queen out there, and move it. Do what you have to do. Maybe you can win with it there, but don't try to stop it. If the Fadors are fading you and trying to get Basil, let them get Basil. Let them move Basil to remove that robot queen, because getting to this is so much easier. It's so much easier, and you don't have to start your turn. As soon as you defeat Basil, it's over. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and do some strategies on how, or some advanced combos and things that you can do to get the queen out and over to Buckingham Palace quickly. All right. So the first thing to do is these ruffians. I use them all the time, and they are a lot more powerful than you might think. They seem to be very useless. Once they are played, they can be useless. So don't get me wrong. There's another set. I knew I had three. Okay, but they are very, very handy for using this. His only activation symbol is over here, and he has a lot of things that he can activate. So I use the ruffians a lot whenever I need to do an activation. Okay, and I'm not over there. I don't want to go over there. I want to be over here and play two cards and then activate one. So I can play one card like a tool here that I want to activate, then play the ruffians, and I can activate them. You can also use the ruffians to do a vanquish action when you're not at a spot where you want to vanquish, or you can vanquish easily. You could also use the ruffians here to do this and move that queen over, or anybody really, but move that queen over. Okay. So once you've done that with them, let's say we've done that, then they become perfect for whenever you need to get, or perfect sacrificial lambs or sacrificial mice when it's time to get her out. Okay, when it's time to get Felicia out, use them. I mean, you can use Bartholomew as well, because that's what his character does. That's what his card is basically for. He's a free-to-play card to get Felicia out cheaper. But you can also use the ruffians too. I do it all the time. And also another ally that's really good to use as Felicia food is, where's he at? Where is he at? Come on. Oh, Fidget. Because once Fidget is out, you find Flaversham and put him in a toy shop. He's done. He has a strength of 3, which is good. You could use him in a vanquish action too if you can. That's not a bad idea as well. But if he's the only ally out and you want to try to get Felicia out, go ahead and get rid of him. Like I said, once he's done his thing, he's done. So these are all, or we've already looked, our Bartholomew, here he is. These are all really good cards to sacrifice for, what's her name? Felicia. Kitty cat. Okay. Another murder kitty. Disney's full of them. Alright, so you could also use the ruffians or Fidget also with the uniform, because that also allows you not only to play or attach it to give them a boost. So that would make Fidget have 5 strength, which is really good. Most heroes are 5 or less. There's only a couple that are 6. But you could use that and immediately vanquish. So if you're ready, if you have it ready, but let's say you come over here because you want to activate or do something or move, and you can't vanquish, you could just play this on any ally and immediately vanquish with that ally. So, or a combination. It doesn't have to be both allies. Let's say I have Fidget and Ruffians, and then I want to play the uniform. I'll just give it to the Ruffians. That's a combined strength of 3-7. That'll easily take out Basil, Toby, or the Mouse Queen. And so as soon as I play that uniform, I can vanquish using the ruffians and fidget and get it done. So you don't have to attach uniforms to both to be able to use them in vanquish actions. As long as the uniform is attached to the one ally that you're going to use, it can still be combined. Okay? So using that ally, but it does not say it has to be only that ally. So as long as you're using this ally that you attach it to, it's perfect. Okay? So definitely use that. That's a really good thing to use. I used to think these uniforms were worthless. I get rid of them. Most of the time I get them right away and I have no allies to put them on, so I'm like, get rid of them. Because you know you're trying to get to that robot queen and those gears. Let's talk about those gears. Those gears are incredible. Now, of course, get as many out as you can and use them to get that robot queen out for free. But don't wait. If you are building up power, Ratigan is one of those easy ones so you can really build up power quick. Go ahead and just do it as often as possible. Okay? Also, the Royal Robes is a card that I didn't think was as powerful as it was, but that's not the Royal Robes. There they are. You can play them anywhere. I always like to play all of my items here because the only thing that's going to get rid of items is heroes being in that location. Well, if heroes are here, they're not blocking anything, so I always either try to capture them to get them here or force faders to use heroes here so that they can get rid of them later. Or of course Basil, having him go here. Again, that keeps them off of these and puts them, where they're not going to do any harm. So, but it's always nice to go here too, and I can just, if I don't have anything else to activate, I can just get 2 power for free while I'm at this location. So this really makes this a +2 rather than just an activate. But again, you can activate it from anywhere, but I always like to play all my items here. Okay, so another thing that you can do is more than likely, and this happened to me the last time I played as Ratigan, a lot of heroes ended up in here because I was capturing them. Players will play them here to try to get rid of items and everything else. So guess what is a good item to use here? That's right, the mouse trap. Use that, play it, and activate it as soon as you can, and hopefully they will not be discarded. That's the one downside, is that it can very easily be discarded if you have smart players who will do it, and it will snatch all of these heroes and get them out. All right, so that's a very good thing, good way to get rid of a lot of heroes. So capture them and then mousetrap them. Anyway, what else? Okay, so let's talk about the robot queen. Let's say you're going this route and you want to play her and you want to try to get her over there as quickly as possible. Here's what you can do. You can go ahead and play the robot queen somewhere. Let's say it's here, or even better, here. Okay, go ahead and play the robot queen, but don't play. But you have also in your hand, where did it go? The airship. Okay, don't play it yet. You might think, oh, I want to combo this and play them together. Don't, because more than likely, if they're smart, they're going to discard the airship and not the queen. A lot of smart faders, and listen up, fators, because I'm going to be talking about this when I get to that half, will discard the airship because they know discarding the robot queen makes it much easier for Ratigan to win. Sometimes you have no choice, but just saying. I don't like to play them back to back like that. I like to play the robot queen and get people panicking, but if they're going to discard it, they're going to discard the queen and nothing else. And then on the next turn, if she's still there, then I will go here. I will play the airship, make sure I have enough power to do it, and activate it immediately, and then just zip her on over. Okay, so that's really a 2-turn combo. Play the robot queen, and then go here, play the airship, activate the airship, and you're set to win. Unless the mouse queen is out. But you can use Felicia or any allies to get rid of her. She's not that devastating. Okay, so that's another strategy. Now, let's say that they get rid of the queen, and you are in rage mode, and now you're going to defeat Basil. Let me see if I can find this sucker. Where is he? There he is. Okay, let's say he's right here. Okay, so you've got your, and hopefully you have the bell. So use that bell to get Felicia back in your hand. Use one of those people to get rid of them. And then what you can do is actually, you can just go right here, play Felicia, boom, you win. That's all you gotta do. As long as he's not buffed, that's all you gotta do, okay? Or if you're in a place where you can play 2 cards, you can play Felicia, and then you could also play, and if he's buffed, this can also do really good too. Let's say he is buffed, okay? So you can play Felicia there and sacrifice somebody, or if you have enough power to play her by herself, do it. And then play the ruffians in the same location with the vanquish action. Hopefully it is in the same place with the vanquish action. If it's not, don't worry about it. But you can play the ruffians here, and not only can you activate the vanquish action, but you can also play the ruffians to, or use the ruffians as part of the vanquish to get rid of him if he's buffed. Another thing that you could do, and this seems kind of bizarre, but you could give that uniform to her. So play her, give her that uniform, that'll give her the same buff the ruffians gave her, and get rid of Basil that way. So they're very nice, neat, and this can happen. That's true in any location. The ruffians thing can only happen at this location, but if he's here, same thing. If he's here, well, if he's here, you can't do really two cards at the same time. So no big deal. But anyway, that's Ratigan and how to do him. Of course, the mousetrap works really well, but that's tricky to get off. So just be careful if you're going to go do the mousetrap part. Okay. Now, let's reset and let's look at the fates. Okay. If you're playing against Ratigan, the best thing that you can really do is get these heroes, these smaller heroes, and cover up these actions as much as you can. Okay. You know, all of them, just cover up, cover up, cover up, cover up. The less actions he can do, the slower it will take him. He's already pretty slow as it is, but this will really slow him down. If this comes out, don't play it unless you're made to play it. Don't play it because you want to save it for Basil. Okay. Don't play Flaversham either. Just move him to the side. Make Ratigan play him. The Mouse Queen, keep her out as much as possible. Play her anywhere, it doesn't matter. Cover up actions if you can, but you know, try to kind of keep her out of harm's way. You could use the balloon on her if you're desperate, but keep in mind you might want to save it for what's his name, Basil. Okay, as far as the call for help goes, I would use that to remove items, or I would use that to call Basil or move Basil, of course. But go ahead and get Basil out as well, because even if he's not in rage mode, having Basil out to be able to remove other items other than the Robot Queen is a good idea. So, and of course, the more heroes out, the harder it is for, oh look, more Queen's Guard. So there you got plenty of heroes to play. And of course, maybe put Olivia here. You know, I mean, she's probably going to end up there anyway. But that'll help you keep, there's Toby. That'll help you keep heroes at every location so you can discard items wherever they might be with the sabotage card. Okay, every fate card in his deck is really well worth playing. But if you have a choice, save the balloon for someone else, and maybe save call for help for another time if possible. And so anyway, but just keep fading him. You really have to fade him a lot to keep him busy and keep him from winning the game. So, and of course with Toby, you can use him to move Basil around to get those items going, or keep those items out. Just keep discarding them and keep discarding them and keep discarding them. Get rid of the most powerful ones. The tools are probably the best ones. The list is also a good one to get rid of, because those can help you find more tools, or help Ratigan find more tools. But that's really all I can think of as far as advanced strategies goes on both sides of the board with Ratigan. He's pretty powerful. He's slow, but he can also, once he gets going, he's kind of hard to stop. So be careful. I really cannot recommend enough to not discard the Robot Queen if you can possibly help it. It's better to try to keep the Mouse Queen. Where'd she go? There she is. Keep that Mouse Queen out as much as possible to keep him from winning. You can't move You can't move the Robot Queen once it starts moving. You can't move it back. It's not like with Hades. So once it gets closer to over here and you have no choice, then go ahead and get rid of it. But really, if he's not really moving the robot queen very much, if Ratigan is waiting for you to get rid of the robot queen so that he can do the Basil part, don't give him that satisfaction. Make him work for it. All right. So that's all I have for Ratigan. If you have your own strategies on Ratigan that I haven't covered here, please let me know in the comment section. I love to hear them and try them out for myself and see how well they work. So anyway, this has been another wonderful video. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next time. Be sure to like and subscribe, by the way. I love more likes and more subscribers. That really helps out my channel. So thanks you guys so much, and this is your absent friend signing off.